Hey, what's up everyone? Pug here, coming at you with a brand new series. Um, I can explain. So, you know I'm into dating games. I played through all of Sucker for Love, and I probably have like 11 hours in that game, and it's not even that long. So, I saw this game. It was free, and I saw it was like really popular because I wanted to look into the game first before I played it because I can't just come up here and then just start, tits are everywhere, right? So I was making sure it was okay, and it looked fine because there wasn't like nudity in the rated M part, but it's a psychological horror, and this game is really big. And I don't know if it's like a cardinal sin to say this, but I've never played it. So we're going to play it right now, and we're going to see where this goes. So, by the way, one more thing. So, when I started this game up, it said something like this content is not suitable for those who are easily disturbed, and then something about depression and anxiety. So, I just wanted to get that out of the way. So if you are suffering from depression or anxiety, don't come to my channel. I'm really offensive. I'm not good for that, but just probably avoid this game. So let's get into it. Enter your name. Well, you're not getting my real name, so we're gonna go Pugawugga. We're gonna go Pugawugga. Pugawugga. Hey. I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You're the kind of friend you never see yourself making today, but it just kind of work out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. Ha ha, damn it. This doesn't have voice acting, so I gotta read the whole thing, unlike Sucker for Love. I overslept again. Final thing. I don't know how long this game is, so if it's more than like an hour or say that I'm playing, I might make it like a series, like how I did Sucker for Love, but that was like with the dates. If it's like an ending thing, I'll keep it going, but who knows, this might be a one-off. But if it's long enough, we'll make it a series. I overslept again, but I caught you this time. Maybe only because I decided to stop and wait for you. And you say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. I like women with short hair, not gonna lie. I like the short hair. That's mean, Pugawugga. Sounds like a fucking caveman. Well, if people start staring at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Yeah, Pugawugga stays to himself. Fine, fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean even if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayori. Huh. Say, Sayori. We cross the street together and make our way to school. Hate school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Pugawugga, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? A Doki literature club? I told you already. Alright, sorry about that. I was just making sure that I'm like alone, because sorry, just took my chair again. I didn't want to like people to come in and see me playing a dating game. I told you already, I'm really not interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. That's not true. Yeah, Pugawugga don't want to look. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Yep. Blah, blah, blah. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. Huh, just like me, but I play guitar. Uh-huh. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. I don't want to go to college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. And I know you're happy, but I die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years. Alright, sorry about that, guys. I have such a hard time keeping alone time. So, here we go. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Oh, worry about me. Alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? I never try. Yeah, I guess I promise you that. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I don't know what that means. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. School day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. I'm not in a club, actually. Like in real life, I'm not in a club. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. Guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. I wish we... Oh, wait, you know, we do have an anime club at my school. I think I asked our teacher, like, if it, like, what they were watching, and it was, like, something. All I remember is that it had, like, toilet in the name. If anybody knows the actual name of that, let me know. Like, put something in the comments, and I'll see if it's the thing, because it was something weird that had toilet in the name. Sayori. Hello! Sayori? Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. She's kind of cute. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late to your own club. Oh, God. You guys want to hear me struggle for a second while I get this other chair back out of my fucking room? Hold on. Alright, there we go. I'll keep that in there, because if it's funny enough, you'll hear me just start kicking this goddamn door. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late to your own club. Speaking of doors, you probably, every time, like, I stop recording, you'll hear my door open, and I'm just like, oh, like, sigh. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know what? Well, you can come to my club. Sayori. Yeah? There is no way I'm going to your club. Meanie. Sayori's vice president of the literature club. Yeah, who wants to do literature? Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. It's fucking literature, dude. Why would you want to read a book? Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title vice president. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please! Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I would bring in a new member. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead, or if she's so cunning as to have planned all this out. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? So, I'm diabetic. Like, in all seriousness, I'm diabetic. So, I can't even eat I can eat cupcakes, but it gets harder to measure out, like, the sugar in it. So I would never eat a cupcake, so this isn't like me. This is inaccurate. Yes, let's go. And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. I keep interrupting this, but I'm really curious as to how long this game is going to be. If any of you know, please let me know in the comments so I know how long I can, like, plan out these episodes in advance and stuff. It just really helped me out. Everyone, the new member is here. I told you don't call me a new member. I glance around the room. Ooh. Well, Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure meeting you. These are like tongue twisters, man. She looks taller than me, IRL. I'm not that tall of a guy. Like, I'm like average, I think, maybe. But she looks taller than me in like real life. Sayori's always said nice things about you. Seriously, you brought a boy? I kind of like her. Again, short hair. Way to kill the atmosphere. She's got long hair. Ah, Pugga Wugga, what a nice surprise. It's like a fucking, what's the word, like, onomatopoeia. Like, if depending on how old you are, you'll understand what onomatopoeia is, but it's like, boom, bam. So this is just like, ah, Pugga Wugga, what a nice surprise. Like, that's the noise she makes when she walks over. Like, she scoots across the floor and goes, Pugga Wugga. Welcome to the club. Huh. All words escape me in this situation. Sorry, I was totally spacing out. I noticed she's got pink eyes that matches her hair. She's got purple eyes that match her hair. And she's got green eyes that don't match her, like... Almost lost it for a second. But, like, it doesn't match her, like... I don't... What color is that? Like, it's brown, but it's, like, pinkish. Like, a pinkish brown, but they don't match, is what I'm saying. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. Hell yeah. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Natsuki. Humph. So Cupcakes! The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She's also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. Yeah, priorities. You can't just ignore her when you can just ignore her when she gets movie. You can't. My bad. Sayori says that quietly in my ear, then turns back towards the other girls. She's got blue hair. That doesn't match her hair either. Are these two going to be like side characters and those two are going to be like the main characters, maybe? I don't know. Maybe I'm looking too far into things. I'm really like nervous about the psychological horror aspect. Like if it's going to be like the last episode of the third date, Sucker for Love. Like how that one got like really scary. And not really scary, but like scary for a dating game. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. She seems really tall. Hey, I have nothing against tall women, though. Well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monica, is that right? That's right. It's great to see you again, Pugga Wugga. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other well. We rarely talk, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically completely out of my league. Honestly, never mind. This guy sounded a lot like me. So having her smile at me feels genuinely feels a little. You too, Monica. Come sit down, Pugga Wugga. We made room for you at the table so you can sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. Then how about we make some tea? How about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there's one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Don't look like that from this picture here. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the closet where Natsuki grabs a wraps tray and Yuri opens the closet. They just went through an entire school day. And those cupcakes are probably going to be, like, shitty. I'm not going to lie. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Wow! That is a power scream. Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. So cute! I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know. Just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs one, then Monica, I follow. What about Yuri? It's delicious. Ow. Something's in my eye. Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. Lick it off. I'm not weird, I swear. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. Stop looking at me! I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like it. Haven't I heard this somewhere before? Made them for you or anything? I thought you technically did, Sayori said. Well, maybe. I really like her hair. That's nice. But not for you, you know, you dummy. Alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teacher gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I don't know, I don't read. I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. It's not. Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know. Her hair is abnormally long. That's insane. That, like, goes down to her ass. That's weird. Fucking Rapunzel. I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. So it made you consider the literature club? I was afraid of this question. I was held at gunpoint and shoved into the room. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori or been held at gunpoint. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so that's okay, don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You'd probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Debates are stupid. Haha, well, you know. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. Thank you. Feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. There we go. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica really is a great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. Must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. I feel like smaller clubs would be more fun though, because then you get to know everybody a little bit more. Like in my esports team, like there's only 4 of us in Mario Kart, and I know everybody in there. 4 of us, including me. Not too many people are very interested in putting all the effort and start something brand new, especially when something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah! We'll do our best. You know it. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these 3. Well, I mean, Sayori was, by default, vice president, and then seems like a bookhead, and then I guess you really only had to work hard for the 1. Maybe that's why they were all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So Puggo Wuggo, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. I like reading smut. I'm kidding. Manga. That's not any better. I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki head suddenly perks up. I think we're gonna be good friends, me and you. You feed me cupcakes and stuff. Looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Off topic, but I fucking love Australians. I would let an Australian woman beat me to death. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. Those are my favorite kind of video games. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. Books! Yeah, I love reading books. And people. But you know I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? I don't even know what you're saying. Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I desperately grabbed something I can relate to at the minimal level. It was a Goosebumps book. The Werewolf of Fever Swamp. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Really, I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you. I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. I hate horror. Oh, why is that? Well, it's scary. I pissed my pants last time I read a horror book. Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud! And give that back! Fine, fine! Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just as cute as you are. Sayori sidles up, whatever the hell that word is, up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders. I'm not cute! I imagine she's like, I'm not cute! Like a death metal fucking thing. Or like that the Jim Reaper guy on TikTok, I bet you she yells like that, I'm not cute. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No! Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experiences too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. Oh, I wanted to read everyone's poems. We all sit in silence for a moment. Crickets. Okay. I have an idea, everyone. Nat and Yuri. Oh, I want to call her Nat now. That's cute. I should... Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. The next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. I have to write a poem this quarter, and I'm not excited for it. That way everyone is even. I forgot to read that. Yeah, let's do it! Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it'll help us strengthen... It'll help us all get a little bit more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. I'm sorry, I'm having a really hard time reading. I shouldn't have joined the literature club. Isn't that right, Pug Out? Monika smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem. And what's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club! Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and, I lose my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. It feels kind of weird. I feel like they're, like, burning daggers and... I can't speak today. I'm so sorry. But... I'm sorry, I thought... they're all lowering. Pugga Wugga. She just makes that noise as she goes on. Pugga Wugga. They're all not even looking at me anymore. You all... I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls? Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. Oh, they all sat back up. One by one, the girls' lives lighten up. Yes, I'm so happy! So Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey, you really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would have been super pissed. I think I like Natsuki the most because I like it when women can have like when they swear. I feel like that automatically makes them cool. Then that makes it official. Welcome to the Literature Club, the Doki Doki Literature Club. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remembers tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Pugga Wugga, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey Pugga Wugga, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right, Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay! With that, the two of us depart the classroom and make our way home. The whole way my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls, Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monica. I'm gonna have to go with Natsuki, if I had to choose one. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club if it's with Natsuki? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Although I am kind of a boob guy. No! I like Natsuki because she's got a better personality. And pretty hair. Alright. I'll see to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. About my previous comment, hair. I hate long, straight hair. Like, no shit. Even if it's not, like, straight, and if it's, like, to the side, then that's kind of nice, but, like, I genuinely cannot stand if it's, like, just women with straight hair, like, long, straight hair. I just don't find it attractive, and I just think it makes them look like such a bitch. It's totally okay if you have straight hair, though. If you're watching me, I think you're cool. I love you. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. I'm sorry. It's time to write a poem. Pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. So... hold on one second. Okay, we're back. If I'm being completely honest, I really had to piss, and my blood sugar's high, so I had to do that. We're gonna save real quick. Return, right? Okay. So, from the looks of it, it looks like we gotta, like, pick words that, like, associate with them. And then I think that's, like, how you get better with, like, them, like, with more what they like. So, Natsuki's, like, cute. So, I kind of want to go with her. So, anime? Yeah, okay. Kiss? Yeah. Fuck, who the fuck would like swimsuit? Now I want to know. She does? Okay. Tenacious. Love Tenacious D. Lucky. Oh, let's say Sayori. God damn it. Sunset. Damn it! Play. Damn it! Cute. There we go. Yeah. Pop. Feather. What? Boop. Pink, probably? Yeah. Sunny. What the? Oh, come on, I want Natsuki. Doki Doki's gotta be her, right? Yeah. Kawaii is definitely her. Cheeks, maybe? I don't know what it... lipstick? No. Cheeks. Okay, yeah. Good. Papa! Yeah. Kitty! Sugar! Pout? Yep. Vanilla? Oh, sweet, that was fast. Hi again, Pugga Wugga. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Ha ha! Kinda scared. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least keep my word. I hear people step-stomping upstairs. I'm kind of scared. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was last to come in, so everybody else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Pugga Wugga. It almost sounds like a big cat called like Pugga Wugga. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. I imagine she's doing it like the Cat in the Hat meme, like, it was ruined when she bought it. And she's like, oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. Sayori told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year, too. I don't know if you plan to just come in here and hang out or what, but if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you seriously have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the classroom. Mama. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Mangaka. Manga is literature! Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. Pugga Wugga always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. He helps with busy work without me even asking, like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sayori, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come you and Pugga Wugga can become good friends too? Everybody wants to be friends with the Pugginator. Sorry. Sayori? As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know? Wait, Sayori! Huh, me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind! Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. Oh, what do I do? Yeah, I'm sorry, Yuri, I wasn't thinking. Alright, everybody. Sorry about that. We're back. I had to go help my mom set up a TV, so I've been gone for like 45 minutes. I honestly have no idea. I forgot everything that just happened. So, I know it's been probably like 5 seconds for you. It's been a while for me, so just let me catch up real quick. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue the situation. I remember everything that happened now. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. God damn it! It's a fucking book! It's like getting socks for Christmas! I didn't want you to feel left out. So I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. That comment I just made, I promise you, I appreciate my gifts, don't worry. I love everything I get. My favorite pair of socks are something I got for Christmas. They've got pugs on them. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted. How's this girl accidentally being so cute? That's not her thing. She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I won't. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expect Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheesy conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression like she is waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. Ugh! I hear Natsuki utter an exasperated sigh from within the closet. She seems to be annoyed by something. I approach her in case she needs a hand. You looking for something in there? Freaking Monica. She never puts my stuff back in the right spot. Well, what's the point in keeping your collection organized if someone else is just going to mess it up? Natsuki slides a bunch of stacked books and boxes across the shelves. Manga. You read manga, right? Sometimes. Manga is one of those things where you can't admit you're really into it until you figure out what the other person stands. How'd you know, anyway? I heard you bring it up at some point. Besides, it's kind of written on your face. Does that mean I look like a loser? Well, guess what? You're right. What's that supposed to mean? I see. There's a lone volume of manga amidst a stack of various books on the side of one of the shelves. Curious, I pull it out of the stack. There it is! Natsuki snatches it out of my hand. She then turns to a box of manga and slips the volume right into the middle of the rest. Ah, much better. I like her smile. Seeing a box set with one book missing is probably the most irritating sight in the world. I know that it feel. I get a closer look at the box she's admiring. Parfait Girls? It's a series I've never heard of in my life. Probably means it's either way out of my demographic or it's simply terrible. If you're going to judge, you can do it through the glasses on that door. She points at the classroom door. Hey, I wasn't judging anything. I didn't even say anything. It's the tone of your voice. But I'll tell you one thing, Pogo Wogo. Consider this a lesson straight from the literature club. Don't judge a book by its cover. Are you fucking kidding me? In fact, Natsuki pulls out the first volume of Parfait Girls from the box. I'm going to show you exactly why. She shoves the book right into my hands. I stare at the cover. Features 4 girls in colorful attire striking at animated feminine poses. Like the cover of this game. It's exceedingly mo. What the hell does that mean? Don't just stand there. Ooh-ah! Natsuki grabs my arm and pulls me out of the closet. I'm straight, though. She then takes a seat against the wall beneath the windowsills. Please get that joke, by the way. If you don't get it, coming out of the closet, it's like, Mom, I'm gay. Sorry. She pats on the ground next to her, signaling me to sit there. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? Oh. Sorry. I right-clicked and I thought I skipped something. It just clear display. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? I take my seat. Chairs wouldn't work. We can't read at the same time like that. And why is that? I guess it's easier to be close together like this. Don't just say that. You'll make me feel weird about it. Natsuki crosses her arms and scooches an inch away from me. Sorry. I make all the women be an inch away from me. Ugh. It's really easy when you're like me. I didn't exactly expect to be sitting this close to her either. Not that I could say it's particularly a bad thing. I open the book. It's only a few seconds before Natsuki once again inches closer, reclaiming the additional space while she hopes I won't notice. I can feel her peering over my shoulder, much more eager to begin reading than I am. Wow, how long has it been since I read the beginning? Huh? You don't go back and flip through the older volumes every now and then? Not really. Maybe sometimes after I've already finished the series. Hey, are you paying attention? I am, but nothing's really happened yet, so I can talk at the same time. It looks like it's about a bunch of friends in high school. Typical slice of life affair. Kind of grew out of these since it's rare for the writing to be entertaining enough to make up for the lack of plot. So, what should I expect from this? Is there going to be a plot? Well, obviously. You'd think I would enjoy something that didn't have a plot? I mean, well, I guess I know what you're saying. A lot of the beginning is about simple things. Like there's a really funny chapter where they're obsessed with a guy at the ice cream shop. I'm obsessed with this guy named Kyle. I'm just kidding, I'm straight. But Kyle is awesome. But that just helps you get to know the characters. Besides, it's still entertaining. But later on, there's all kinds of drama. Like when they get into all their backstories and when some of the romance starts to happen. That's really what makes it so good. There are so many touching parts. Ah, is that so? Sounds like you really know what you're talking about. Maybe I underestimated you. Hey, wait. What's that supposed to mean? Ooh-ah. Natsuki gives me a little shove. I just meant that I haven't seen you at your full power. Good save. This chapter seems like it's about baking. This is just a guess, but is there a lot of baking in this manga? Well... Natsuki pauses for a moment, as if she doesn't want to admit something. Yeah, why does that matter? It doesn't, I was just curious. Since you enjoy baking too, right? That's just a coincidence. I just happened to get into baking around the same time I got this manga. Like I'd ever get into anything because it's a manga. Poof. I feel bad for anyone that impressionable. I'm kind of that impressionable. When I started watching anime, I started working out, honestly, and it is pretty great. Like I got like an app on my phone that like gives me workouts and stuff, like home workouts that don't need like dumbbells and stuff because I can't really afford that. So like I just do like home workouts for like my body and shit, like push-ups and stuff. So and it honestly works really well. I got that sleeper build. You don't really know I'm muscular until I flex. It's pretty cool, honestly. I feel bad for anybody that impressionable. I already read that, my bad. Ha ha ha. Definitely not a coincidence. I guess that explains Natsuki's interest in baking. Still, of all the hobbies to pick from a manga, that's definitely one of the better ones. Like working out! Not to mention she's really good at it, so who am I to judge? By the way, I'm not, like, ripped. I just, like... I'm, like, defined. I guess that's about it. So who am I to judge? Oh! Oh, look at your face! You are adorable! Alright, Lynetta, you've got a competitor here. I implore all of you that haven't seen the Sucker of Love series, go watch that, because it's really funny. It is really funny, and it only takes me about, like, 3 hours. Never mind, it's like 4 hours of video, if you want to see that, but... We read on for a few more minutes. I've finished a couple of chapters at this point. Are you sure this isn't boring for you? It's not! Even though you're just watching me read. She looks like the new Ramona Flowers model from that Scott Pilgrim anime. Just not pink and purple, it's just like pink. Well, I'm fine with that, if you say so. I think this is a dating simulator, so I think I'm gonna go with her, because I like her. I guess it's fun sharing something you like with someone else. I always get excited when I convince any of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. You know what I mean? You don't? That scared the living shit out of me. I saw her eyes, I'm reading, like, down here, by, like, where her name is, and seeing her eyes slowly move scared me so badly. Like, I'm not even joking. My heart skipped a beat there for a second. That's not... Well, I wouldn't really know. What do you mean? Don't you share your manga with your friends? Could you not rub it in? Oh, she doesn't have friends. Jeez. Sorry. I want to give her a hug now. Humph. Like I could ever get my friends to read this. They just think manga's for kids. I can't even bring it up without them being all like, "Hey, you still haven't grown out of that yet?" Makes me want to punch him in the face. Oh shit, I'm not... Damn it, she wasn't mocking her friends anymore. I shouldn't have done the voice. I know those kinds of people. I tried to show my friends, like, some anime that I'm into, like, Seven Deadly and, like, with some other goods, like Black Clover and stuff like that. The only one they took interest in was High School D&D, I'm telling you. It's bullshit. Honestly, it takes a lot more effort to find friends who don't judge, much less friends who are also into it. I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess I gravitated toward the other losers over time. It's probably harder to find for someone like you. Huh? Yeah, it's pretty accurate. Wait, which part? I mean, I feel like I can't even keep it in my own room. I don't even know what my dad would do if he found this. Lucky, you have a dad? At least it's safe in here in the club room. Except Monica was kind of a jerk about it. I just can't win, can I? Sorry, I keep coughing a lot, man. I really do feel bad for her. She's got such a nice face, though. Well, it paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am reading it. Well, it's not like that solves any of my problem. Maybe. But at least you're enjoying yourself, right? Stop doing that. It's scaring me. So? Jeez, that's enough. Are you gonna keep reading or what? Yeah. Flip the page. Suddenly, Natsuki starts laughing. I totally forgot that happens. Natsuki puts her fingers on one of the panels. Minori is my favorite character. You always feel a little bit bad for her since she's so unlucky. But it gets especially bad when, I shouldn't be talking about that yet. Just finish this chapter. Sorry, making sure no one comes in my room again. Alright, we good. Natsuki's voice sparkles with excitement. It's a stark contrast to her usual bossy tone. But if she's not used to sharing her favorite manga with her friends, I can understand why. It's hard to express in words the feeling you get when connecting with someone like that. Being able to provide that to Natsuki, for whom it's a rare experience, the thought makes me smile a little to myself. Okay, everyone. Eh? Are you all ready with today's poems? Oh, come on! Could your timing be any worse? Sorry! I just need to make sure we have enough time. Though you do look pretty cozy over there. Natsuki suddenly noticed how close she's gotten to me. She hastily slides herself a good 12 inches away from me. Alright, guess I'll stop here for now. I close the book and hand it towards Natsuki. You're just giving it back? Don't you want to know what happens? Yeah, but Monica just said, don't be dumb, just take it home with you. Not A. Fuck, I can't do the mouth noises. Is that really alright? I say that mostly because I really didn't plan on using my spare time to read this. Well, of course. It'd take forever to finish if you didn't take it home. Just finish that one before tomorrow so we can start the next one. And if it gets bent, I'll kill you. Jesus Christ, that's excessive. By tomorrow? I only got part of the way through the volume so far. I might fall behind on some shows if I try to get through this. But I suppose that's the necessary sacrifice in exchange for seeing Natsuki's enthusiastic face. Yeah, worth it. Or am I more scared of what will happen if I don't finish it? Alright then. I stand up. I return to where I put my stuff and carefully slip the book back into my bag. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait! Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as while reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Oh. I get to pick who I want to go with. Let's save, just in case. These previous saves, by the way, are just from, like, me having to, like, leave and come back, by the way, if you're wondering, because you haven't seen me save. Man, I'm tired. I wonder what time it is. I don't know what time it is. I don't know where my phone is. Never mind. Hold on, we're checking the time together. 10:12. That's not bad. We're gonna go Natsuki. Let's balance it. Let's go Sayori. I'm definitely most comfortable with sharing with stories. I can't read. I'm illiterate. I'm definitely most comfortable sharing it with Sayori first. She's my good friend after all. It's a good poem, Pugga Wugga. Are you sure it's your first time? Oh yeah, of course. It's not that good. Am I the kind of guy who would be writing poems in his spare time? I guess you're right. But that's why it impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously. Or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really happy that you just wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really a part of this club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm sitting in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. Not really into it yet, but does that mean I'll break... I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, Pugga Wugga. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people? That's something only really good people do. Thanks, Sayori. Not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined, knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah. And I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That'll be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm gonna hold you to that then. Yay! Now you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. Oh, fine, I'll read it. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning makes me feel like you miss me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast. That's nice. It rhymes. Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No. Just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little bit better about myself. Don't be mean. I am so nonchalantly mean to everybody. Like, I'm just sarcastic. I'm just a sarcastic guy. I still tried my best. Ah, yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. Came out nice, or how should I put it? Just sounds like you. Really? Yeah. Especially that last line. I made eggs and toast. Even though you were late to school. It's bad to skip breakfast. Get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. This was so much fun. Monica's the best. Oh, yeah. Is she like a cult leader? Is Monica a cult leader? Like, are they gonna set that? Alright. I'm calling it right here. Alright. The three, Sayori, Natsuki, and Yuri, they're like cult members, and Monica's like a cult leader, and they're gonna sacrifice me. That's why this place doesn't have any members. But next time I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it. Now I'm kind of interested. I want to hear what Monica says, because now that I think of this cult leader thing. Hi, Pug Out. Having a good time so far? See? She's like, having a good time before we fucking kill you? Yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we could do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. Much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway... Want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Ha ha ha. Don't worry, Pugga Wugga. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? What's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon? Yeah, it's true. And Monica, my poem. Mm-hmm. I like it, Pugga Wugga. Really? It's a lot cuter than I expected. Ha 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 ha. Oh, jeez. No. It kind of makes me think of something Natsuki would write. That's a good sign, right? That's a good sign, right? Right. You think that's a good sign? Because it links me to Natsuki? And she's a good writer, too. So take that as a compliment. Man, I'm really coffee today. Ha ha ha, if you say so. Yep. By any chance, have you read anything by Shel Silverstein? I don't fucking know who that is. Huh? Maybe a long time ago. He's famous for telling all kinds of stories in just a few simple words. His poems can be funny, endearing, or even sad. Sometimes they're only a few lines long. They might even feel like they're written for kids, but if you think about them, they can express views of the world that would apply to anybody. I see. So you're saying that Natsuki is kind of like that? Sort of. Maybe she's not an expert, but you probably won't find much filler in her poems. They might be easy to write, but they're too big challenging to get the meaning through. So I can see why it would be your kind of poem to explore. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little biased towards their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find which suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about it impressing them or anything. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? I don't know why you got so quiet there for a second, like I was getting concentrated. Well. Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, it's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? Imagine she's just sitting there like, I'm actually severely depressed, and I hate everything I do with my life. Well, let's read it then. Oh, it's long. That's what she said. Hole in wall. It couldn't have been me. See the direction the sparkle protrudes? Speckle. A noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend. I'll never know I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind like a film left out in the sun, but it's too late. My retinas. Already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realized now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out, and he on the other side was looking in. What? And he on the other side was looking in. That's creepy. What does that mean? He on the other side was looking in. The angry boyfriend? So what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. It's kind of like those two-sentence horror stories, like where like weird plot twists will happen in just like the second sentence, but whatever. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a little bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. Sorry, man. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Alright. I think once we're done with these two, we'll wrap things up. So let's save Natsuki for last, because we just spent a lot of time with her. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading. She is pissed. Look at that face. Oh. Sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine, don't force yourself. I forgot to speaking. She's sitting there trying to speak telepathically. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah. Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading it through it. Ah, so it's that bad. No! Did I just raise my voice? Oh, I'm so sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we really haven't gone anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine. I really didn't notice. What were we saying? Right. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most notable thing is I recognize in new writers that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter and they fit the two together. The end result is both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There's so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice, and learning by example, and trying new things. I also hope that everyone in this club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased, though. Biased how? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. Not sure if Yuri's apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. You mind if I read your poem now? Please do. That's a pretty smile, too. They all have pretty smiles. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if this is that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Fuck, I can't read cursive. We're gonna try this, alright? Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing? It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe. Calm, breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting. Yeah, fuck you for the cursive. What? Wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. It took me like 30 seconds. Well, I just don't read script very often. I should think your handwriting is pretty. I don't. That's a relief. I also like the poem. I keep mixing up the words. Like, Also, I like the poem. Not I also like the poem. I'll get it down, I'm sorry. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Hoo-hoo? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Pugga Wugga. Really? Must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all, but remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in the works. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing, really. What makes me happy you think that? Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things, too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. Counting on you. My poem was 20 random words that I picked that I hoped Natsuki would like. That's all my poem is. There's only one option. Hey! Hi. Okay, well, let's start with the things I don't like. Damn. First of all, Natsuki rereads my poem. Never mind, I don't feel like giving you my opinion. And then what's the point of sharing him in the first place? I wrote this when I could have been doing other things. In fact, remember how I said I wanted to read your poems? That's what I had in mind when writing this. I wanted to help you feel comfortable enough to share yours. Like Monica said. You! Well, I would be more comfortable sharing my poem with if yours was really bad. You were supposed to show me some dumb poem and make me go, well, it's not that great, but let me show you what real literature looks like. And you went and ruined it. Is it because it's good? I hope you're happy. So in other words, you're saying you liked it? Natsuki's retort gets caught in her throat. You're so hot. You don't understand anything, do you? I already told you that. You don't have to go announcing it to the world like you're all self-important. Pretty sure you never actually said that. I say that mostly to myself. Natsuki must really hate me or something. I can't figure out if it's a win or a loss that she liked my poem. In any case, you still need to show me yours, right? Fine, I guess. Only because Monica will make me if I don't. See? Monica. They keep bringing up Monica. That would be really interesting if she is a cult leader. Eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb. Crickets can leap. Horses can race. Owls can seek. Cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly. People can try, but that's about it. That's kind of funny. Yeah, I told you that you weren't going to like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like it when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. I actually do in real life, I get that. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Alright, so it looks like we're done sharing our poems, and I'm going to leave this episode here. If you guys enjoyed this series, leave a like and comment down below what you think our next series should be after we finish up this one. So, it's been a pleasure. Let's make sure we save here really quick. Yeah, it's been great playing this game. I really enjoyed it. I'm really excited to see where it goes. And if anybody knows, can somebody let me know how much, like, this series, like, this game lasts? So, if somebody can do that, that'd be real great. I will see you guys in the next one. Pug out.